The Wizard of Oz. With CD. The Cyclone. Dorothy lived in a lonely farm in Kansas with her only Uncle Henry, her Aunt Em, and her little dog, Toto, for company. One day, as they played outside, the sky grew dark. The wind whipped up with a chilling moan. "There's a cyclone coming!" called her Uncle Henry. "Quick, into the cellar!" In a panic, Toto ran to hide under the bed. Dorothy dashed after him. The wind shrieked, and the whole house shook. With a mighty wrench, the cyclone whirled the house into the sky. Dorothy shivered with terror. "What will happen to us, Toto?" she whispered. The house sailed through the sky for hours. Suddenly, with a sleeking jolt, they landed.
"Welcome to Oz!"
cried a man in a pointed hat.
"And thank you. You just killed the Wicked Witch of the East and set us free."
"Who? What?" asked Dorothy, horrified. "I haven't killed anyone." "Well, your house did," said a woman, told her. "Look, two scrawny legs stuck from under a wall." As Dorothy looked, the legs vanished, leaving only a pair of silvery shoes behind. The woman handed them to Dorothy. "These are yours now," she said. Dorothy took the shoes in a daze. "Do you know the way to Kansas?" she asked. "I have to go home." The strangers shook their heads. "Maybe the great wizard can help," suggested the woman. "He lives in Emerald City at the end of the yellow brick road." Dorothy, Chapter 2. A Scarecrow, a Lion, and a Tinman. Dorothy packed some food and set out for the city at once. She walked briskly along the yellow road, silver shoes twinkling on the bricks. She passed a field. A scarecrow winked at her. Dorothy jumped in surprise.
"How do you do?"
he asked. "He talks too," thought Dorothy. "Hello," she said shyly. "How are you?"
"Not so good,"
the scarecrow said.
"It's very boring stuck up here."
"Where are you off to?"
"Where are you off to?" he asked.
A moment later. "To see the wizard," Dorothy replied. "I need to get home."
"Wizard? What wizard?"
said the scarecrow.
"I don't know anything,"
he added sadly.
"I have no brains."
"Oh dear," said Dorothy. "Well, why don't you come with me? Maybe the wizard can give you some brains." So they went on together. The land grew wilder until by evening they were walking through a thick forest. That night they sheltered in a log cabin. Dorothy woke to hear strange groans. A man made of tin was standing as still as a statue by a pile of logs. "Are you all right?" she asked.
"No," the Tin Man grunted. "I can't move. I was caught in the rain and I'm arrested."
Dorothy spotted an oil can and she swiftly oiled the Tin Man's wounds. "Thank you," he sighed. "I might have stood there forever. What brings you here?" "The Scarecrow and I are going to see the great wizard," Dorothy told him. "I want to go home and the Scarecrow wants a brain." The Tin Man thought for a second. "Do you think the wizard can give me a heart?" he asked. I expect so," said Dorothy. "And then I'll come too," he decided. The new companions had just set off when a lion leaped out into the road, opening his lobby jaws, and he gave a terrible roar. As the lion towered over to Dorothy smacked him on the nose. "Stop it!" she cried. "You must be a coward to pick up on a little dog." The lion looked ashamed. "You're right," he mumbled. "I only roar to make people run away." You should ask the wizard for courage," said Dorothy, and told him where they were going. The lion nodded eagerly. "I'll come with you," he growled. Chapter 3. A Dangerous Journey. The tree made a perfect bridge. They're almost across when they heard a fierce growl from behind. "A tiger monster," whimpered the lion. "We're all doomed."
"Quick, Timon," ordered the Scarecrow. "Jump down the tree."
The bridge fell with a crash and the monster plummeted into the ditch. Dorothy and her friends hurried on. Soon they arrived at a broad river. "We need a raft," declared the Scarecrow, and the Tin Man set to work off once. The raft bobbled along happily until they reached the middle of the river. Here the current was so strong it swept them away. "We'll never reach Emerald City." The lion dived in, took hold of the raft, and swam as hard as he could. Slowly he pulled them ashore. Safely over the river they went on, through a field bursting with poppies. A spicy scent filled the air. As Dorothy felt drowsy, she sank into the flowers and won't wake. "It's the poppies," yawned the lion. "They put her to sleep." Luckily, the Tin Man and the Scarecrow, who weren't made of flesh, stayed wide awake. "Run!" the Scarecrow ordered the lion.
"We'll bring Dorothy."
The lion bounded ahead, leaving a Scarecrow and Tin Man to carry Dorothy and Toto from the field. On a pair straggled almost the end of the poppies, they passed the lion. Fast asleep, quickly they laid Dorothy in the open area covered one and went back with much pushing and pulling, grunting and groaning. Chapter 4, Emerald City. The yellow brick road stretched off into the distance, but on the horizon something sparkled. Soon a vast green city loomed ahead. "We've made it," said Dorothy. "Look ahead," added the lion, pointing to a gate studded with emeralds. Dorothy knocked on the gate, and a man in a green uniform appeared. "Yes," he said. "Please, may we enter the great wizard?" asked Dorothy. "I can take you to his palace," said the man, "but you must wear glasses. Our city is dazzling," and he pulled out a pair of glasses, each of them including Toto. Inside the city was an incredible sight. The streets and houses were built of shining green marble, and all people wore green. The shops sold green popcorn, green hats, green shoes. Everything was green, even the sky. The gatekeeper led them to a grand palace. "We'd like to see the wizard," Dorothy told the soldier on guard. "Enter one at a time," he barked. "You first." Nervously, Dorothy went inside. "I am the wizard," boomed the giant head. "Why do you seek me?" Dorothy took a deep breath. "Can you send me home to Kansas?" The head frowned. "Only if you do something for me first," it snapped. "Kill the wicked witch of the west. Now go!" The Scarecrow stepped in. The lady with green wings was sitting on the throne. "I am the wizard," she said gently. "What do you seek?"
"I'm only a scarecrow stuffed with straw, and I ask you for braids."
"First, kill the wicked witch of the west. Now, go."
"Whatever you want, you must first kill the wicked witch of the west."
The Tin Man saw a terrible beast with 5 eyes and 5 limbs. "I am the wizard," roared the beast. "Why do you seek me?" "I am made of tin and I have no heart. Please give me a heart so I can love and be happy," he begged, but he too was turned away. The lion went last. Now above the throne blazed a ball of fire. "I am the wizard," hissed the ball. "Why do you seek me?" "I am a coward," stammered the lion. "I want courage, so I may truly be king of the beasts. First, killed the Wicked Witch of the West. Now ghosts! Outside the palace, the friends were glum.
We can't defeat a witch,
moaned the Scarecrow. But we can try, said the Lion. So they walked back to the gate. Good luck, said the gatekeeper, pointing a path to the witch's castle. You'll need it. Chapter 5, The Wicked Witch. The Wicked Witch of the West had only one eye, but it saw a long way. It spotted the friends as they left the city. The strangers coming here, she screeched, and she blew a whistle, and a pack of wolves ran up.
Tear the strangers to shreds,
she said. The wolves bared their teeth and dashed away. Luckily, the Tin Man heard them coming. At first, the wolf reached them. He chopped off its head. Again and again, it swung its hatchet until the wolves lay dead. The witch scowled. She blew her whistle twice, and a flock of crows flew down.
Peck the strangers to pieces,
she snapped. This time, the Scarecrow saw them coming. As the first crow flew at him, the Scarecrow grabbed him and wrung him his neck. One by one, he wrung the neck of every single crow. Now the witch was furious. She blew 3 times on her whistle to fetch a swarm of bees. Sting the strangers to death, she screamed. Quickly the Scarecrow scattered the straw over Dorothy, Toto, and the Lion. To hide them, the bees tried to attack the Tin Man instead, but they snapped their stingers on his hard body and died. The witch gnashed her teeth, but she had one last trick up her sleeve, a cap, which gave its owner 3 wishes. The witch had only one wish left. She put on the cap. A crowd of monkeys appeared in the rush of wings. Kill the strangers, she howled, except the Lion. I want him as my slave. The monkeys flew off and seized the friends. They pulled out the Scarecrow's stuffing and dropped him in the trees. They threw the Tin Man into the rocky plain, smashing him to pieces. They tried the Lion to carry him to the castle. But what? At Dorothy, they stopped. We can't hurt her, they said. Let's take her to the witch. Dorothy didn't know it, but the silver shoes gave her great power. The witch gulped when she saw them until she noticed how frightened Dorothy was.
Do as I say or I'll kill you.
She doesn't know about the shoes, the witch thought gleefully, and set Dorothy to work. The Lion was tied up outside. Dorothy couldn't see how they would ever escape it. Every way out of the was guarded of the witch's slaves. But the witch had much loss of her power. My wolves, my crows, my bees, all dead, she thought angrily. Even my cap has no more wishes left. Well, I must steal those silver shoes.
I need a plan.
Silently, the witch put an invisible iron bar on the ground. Dorothy tripped over it, and one of her shoes flew off. The witch pounced on it. Give me back my shoes, said Dorothy crossly.
Never, crackled the witch, and I shall steal the other one too.
Dorothy was so angry she threw a pail of water over the witch. At once, the witch began to shrink. She wailed. Soon all was left of the witch was a brown puddle and one silver shoe. Dorothy hastily put on her shoe. The witch is dead, she shouted. Chapter 6, The Wizard's Trick. The witch's slaves danced with joy and helped Dorothy and the lion look for their friends. It didn't take long to find the buried remains of the Scarecrow and the Tin Man.
We're free!
The Tin Man was soon put back together, and after the Scarecrow had been stuffed with straw, he felt as good as new. Now, said Dorothy, let's go and claim our rewards. So they packed their basket with food from the witch's kitchen, covered it with a cloth cap, and set off. After several hours, they stopped for lunch. I can't wait to see the wizard, said Dorothy. She unpacked the basket. I wish we were in Emerald City. There was a fluttering of wings, and everyone's surprised the magic monkeys appeared. It must be the wishing cap. At once, all the friends were flying through the air. Before long, they could see the shining roofs of Emerald City. The monkeys set them down, boomed, and flew away. The wizard kept them waiting for ages. Finally, a soldier with a green beard ushered them in. This time the room was empty, but the voice echoed, I am the wizard. Why do you seek me? To claim our rewards, said the friends. The wicked witch is dead, but, began the voice, we want our rewards, roared the lion. Toto jumped in fright and knocked off over a screen on the corner to reveal a little old man with fuzzy hair and glasses. Who are you? Demanded the Tin Man, waving his hatchet. I am the wizard, croaked the old man.
But you can call me Oz. Please don't hurt me.
What about the head, the lady, the beast, the ball of fire? Cried the friends. They were tricks, Oz said sheepishly. I'm not a real wizard. I'm not even from here. I was in a hot air balloon that blew, of course. Since I appeared from the sky, the people thought I was a wizard. They asked me to rule them, and I built Emerald City. Isn't it green? Oz asked proudly. Of course, you have to wear green tinted glasses for the full effect, he admitted. The witch were my only fear. I was so glad when your house killed the first one, and I would have said anything to get rid of the other. What about our rewards? Asked the friends together. You don't need them, Oz replied. Scarecrow, you're full of ideas. Lion, you're brave. You just lack confidence, and the Tin Man hearts make some people most unhappy. But you promised, they said. Oz sighed. I'll do my best. Can you send me home to Kansas? I'll try. Chapter 7, Oz's Rewards. Oz summoned everybody the very next day. Scarecrow first, he said. He took the Scarecrow's head and tipped a handful of pins. This will make you sharp as a pin. And the Scarecrow felt very wise. Next came the Tin Man. Here is your heart, Oz said, giving him a heart-shaped cushion. It's a very kind one, and the Tin Man beamed. Then Oz pounced a green bottle. This is courage, he told the lion. The lion gulped down. Now I feel brave, he roared. Finally, Oz led Dorothy to a basket. I met in my balloon, he said. He lit a fire, and the hot air swelled the balloon. The basket began to lift. Hurry, Oz cried to Dorothy, but she was looking for Toto. She swept him and ran to the basket. Look, guys, here are 3 ropes. And there's only one. Just when she reached a rope snapped and the balloon took off. Come back, she called. It was too late. Now I'll never get home, she wept. Her friends hated to see her so unhappy. Scarecrow racked his new brains. I know, he said, wish for the magic monkeys to take you, but they couldn't help. We can't leave this land, they explained. Then a soldier spoke up. Why don't not you ask the good witch Glinda? So Dorothy and her friends set off once more. Home again. Glinda lived far in the south. It would have never been a difficult journey without the third wish. Please take us to Glinda, said Dorothy, and the monkeys carried them to a beautiful castle. What can I do for you? Glinda asked her visitors kindly. Dorothy told her whole story. And I know, I just want to go home, she finished. Bless you, said Glinda, smiling. I'm sure I can get you home, but I'll need the wishing cap. She turned to the others. What shall you do when Dorothy leaves? I'll live in Emerald City, the Scarecrow told her. I'll go back to my cabin, said the Tin Man, and I'll go home to the forest, added the Lion. I'll ask the monkeys to take you where you wish, said Glinda, and I'll set them free. You're very kind, said Dorothy, but please, can't I get home? Your silver shoes will take you, replied Glinda. Just knock your heels together 3 times and say where you want to go. With glistening eyes, Dorothy said goodbye to her friends. Then she hugged Toto tightly and clicked her heels together. Take me home, she cried. At once she was whirling through the air and rolled on the soft grass with a familiar field. Aunt Em dropped her watering can, and she rushed over. My darling child, she said, covering Dorothy with kisses. Wherever had you come from? From Oz, said Dorothy. And oh, Aunt Em, I'm so glad to be home.